Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Christmas in June, hosted by Maura O'Reilly, where we'll all be creating something that is Christmas. And it is also Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And the sketch for today was created by Brandi Jo, and on Instagram it's at Scrappy Boy Mama. So this is it, and it's super cute. I stayed with it kind of pretty good, but you won't be able to recognize it maybe. You just may not. The sketch has 4 photos, and I am using 4. I'm using Vicky Booten, Fernwood, and Holly, I think it's something like that, and several dies, and I'm showing a few there that I'm using. I'm going to use a couple of words off of there, plus another one. I'm using the smallest viewfinder there. And I'm going to use one of those candy dots, and I can't remember what I used out of that package, but I used something. I went ahead and matted my paper down there. I gutted the cardstock. Well, I didn't gut the white. I gutted the red and the green. And I'm adding my photos here, and I don't think any of them are the same size. I was wanting to get certain parts of it, and so yeah, I cut them down. And I like the variety. In the paper pad, there's a bunch of envelopes, so I fussy cut one out, and then I made a slot to tuck into, and that's what I'm doing right now. I fussy cut out a gingerbread man. I think it was on the 6x8 paper pad, and then that ticket was in the ephemera. I I can't. I wanted to put a candy cane on there, and I'm having a hard time deciding which one, but I will have the one that's more on the right hand side and just tuck it in there. I use the film strip thing right there, and you will see me do some trading out later because I didn't want 2 round green things at the bottom. So yeah, I'm going to trade something out later after I glue it down. Don't you just hate that when you gotta pull it up? And it was salvageable. It was. Um, oh, here's where I remember the chevrons. No, the banners. The banners is what this kind of represents. So I am going to put 4 on there coming out from the sides. And I will add something for the chevrons too. So I am trying to go along with the sketch. It's just that mine's Christmas, and I really would have liked to do the black background with my neon paint. I think it would have looked cute. But since I'm doing Christmas today, yeah, it just didn't quite go. Now, that little red piece of paper, it is vellum. You seen it when it was laying there on that white paper. It doesn't exactly look vellum in my hand, but laying on something, it does. And I wanted the red and the green there. I'm going to have green um, vellum on another piece, but I did want red on there well, it's kind of a combination film strip ticket looking thing because it kind of looks like both. But I'm going to add, well, it's hard to tell where I'm at right now. I am moving around trying to decide what I want here or where, here or there. That picture up there on the top is my daughter, and so I put the 25th there because it was Christmas Day, and I'm putting making plans because she told me what she wanted for Christmas, and she told me where it was on sale on Black Friday and for how much, and I got it, and she's just a little disappointed, I could tell, because she loves pink. You've all heard that before. She loves pink. And she was hoping for the pink there. She didn't tell me that, but she was hoping for it. But she was taking a trip with her friends, and they were going on a plane, and you know how dirty luggage can get on there. So I thought, man, that pink won't look pink but just a few days. She'll go on her trip and it'll look really bad. So I went ahead and got black. And she didn't say nothing, she thanked me and all that stuff anyway. But when she got back from her trip, She says, Mom, I am so glad you got me back black. She said, I wanted pink and I was a little disappointed, but that Jennifer got pink and hers looked awful by the time they got there. So she was glad hers was black. And you can tell on the photo right next to it, Casey was excited about his gift. And then the other two, they were in the process of opening the gifts. And I guess that's the only four I took at that moment. So I wanted them all on the same layout. I did do one of Casey 12 by 12 to go in his album because, he was excited. I fussy cut that cup out. There is no beverage in the photos. However, there was some sitting right next to him. You just couldn't see them in the photos. So I thought it'd work anyway. There were snacks too. There was plenty. Um, I switched out that little film strip, that's really tiny one, and I put the viewfinder there instead. And that one's pretty small. It's from Bramble Fox, and I wanted one of the smaller ones. Instead of the chevrons, I'm putting the candy stripe at the top and the bottom, and I thought I'd better go ahead and put the one on the top so I'd know how high I could go up with the cluster that I'm making on the left. Now, I did rip off a little bit of the top layer on that tiny film strip, but part of it's going to be kind of tucked a little bit and have that tree there. And then I'm going to find something later to go on the top part, so you really can't tell it. At least I can't. And the tree, I inked it on the edges so none of the white would show, and it would look like it was all blended in there together. And it says under the tree, so of course I had to add a little gift, and that was fussy cut out of a Echo Park paper a long time ago, but it's working on today's layout. I found this little tiny let's see, photo slide. Well, I guess I'm not doing it after all. I set it to the side again. I put the green vellum behind it, set it aside, and I did it again. But I will put it on sooner or later. I think I am done. No, I'm not done with the one of my daughter at all. I think I've got another few things to go on there. Now I'm working on the photo slide. Oh, I didn't put the vellum on there. It was laying there. I thought it was on there, but apparently not. I die cut out the word joy, and that was one of the Tim Holtz little words. And I left it in the die because it has a super tiny dot to go on the J. And I don't want to lose it, so I am punching it out now and adding it to that slide. The slide has memories captured on it, so I wanted to put the joy on there where it would still be readable. I liked it, and I wasn't even thinking about when I planned on putting the joy on there that it had something on there, but I couldn't change my mind because I really wanted it there, so it's on there anyway. Now the puffy stickers have lots and lots of words. And I was wanting a couple other things. There was stars, some tiny hearts, um, candy. There was candy. And I already have. I can see it. I put a piece of candy on that film strip on the bottom left, but I am going to take it off because it's sitting next to the one that's covering the hole on the tag, and they look nothing alike. And I'm going to decide I don't like it there, so it's going to go back on the resist paper on there. Or maybe I'll call it carrier sheet. But yeah, I've got the joy on there and my candy cane. And there was, when I cut out that one film strip, the one to the right on the top, it still has little icons in there to cut out too. I thought about breaking them off, but I thought, well, if I cut them out every time, that's fine with me. And it had the paper clip, and I thought, well, I am going, since she was making plans, to go ahead and put the paper clip up there by the making plans. If it hadn't been already cut out, it probably would have not made it on the layout because, I wouldn't have thought of putting it there. Uh, oh, here I use my Martha Stewart pine branch punch. Of course, I use it as a filler usually, but this time I used it as a pine branch, as it's supposed to be. So I just used a darker color green than what I've been using on the layout, and I am putting them here and there. And I didn't punch enough the first time around, so I will punch a few more, but it gets cut out of the video. And while I'm doing that, I want to mention that down there below, you will find the links to everybody that are doing the Christmas in June. And you also find Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches master playlist link for all the videos going on so far this month. And there are plenty. So to be sure and check both of them out to find lots and lots of inspiration. And I am getting pretty close to getting done here. I am looking at them again, trying to find if there's anything I want to add to the layout. And there's that Merry Christmas. I tried a few times to add it. And I will end up adding it. I'm going to put it by the Ho 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 down there on the bottom right. So my title's Ho Ho Ho, Merry Christmas. Yep, see, it went on there. Um, oh, I I'm adding just a couple of the branches there beside the little, well, he's a, what do you call it? Nutcracker. And I thought, well, putting him on that film strip and look kind of like a ladder by the Christmas tree. So, yeah, I stuck him there. And yeah, that's it. That's my layout. Had lots of fun creating it and using Brandi Jo's sketch up there. As you can see, mine does not quite look like hers, but you can tell I followed her sketch. And there is my title, the Ho Ho Ho, Merry Christmas. And I did add, well, it was in there with Nutcracker, and it's just I think I punched it out of a piece of paper, a piece of candy, and one of the O's on there. And there's my little Nutcracker up there on the ladder and the Christmas tree. And there's I did use scissors to cut around the 25. I just cut up from the bottom and I showed where I added cardstock behind there so that it wouldn't come apart. And there's that cute little photo slide. I just love it. But you can still read the memories captured on there. Oh, and I forgot to mention I added a little puffy sticker right there by the cup. And I did change the twine around on that tag. I changed it once already because I didn't like it going on my grandson's head. Then it just looked silly. So I changed it where it's going in the other direction, and I like it a lot better. But thank you all so very, very much for joining me on creating my layout today. And I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Be sure to check out those links down there. Bye.